Tonight's case is one that begins with secrets hidden behind friendly smiles, a long-standing bromance that masked a forbidden affair, and ends in a scene so grisly, even the most seasoned detectives were left disturbed. This is the story of Benjamin Hartley, his best friend David Miller, and a love triangle soaked in lies, deception, and ultimately, blood. Before we begin this chilling descent into betrayal, obsession, and murder, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a twisted tale from True Crime Feedback. March 9th, 2022. A quiet upper-middle-class neighborhood in Bloomington, Indiana was about to wake up to the kind of nightmare usually reserved for movies. The call came in at exactly 6:27 a.m. A woman, trembling and barely coherent, told 911 operators she found her husband lying in the garage, covered in blood, not breathing, not moving. Police units responded immediately to the home of Benjamin Hartley, a 38-year-old church deacon and local insurance agent, known for his all-American image, a devoted husband to Laura Hartley and father of 2. But what officers found when they arrived was not just a domestic tragedy. It was the beginning of unraveling a secret that had been brewing in the shadows for over a decade. When the garage door was lifted, officers were met with the stench of blood and motor oil. Benjamin's body was sprawled near the workbench, his skull caved in by a blunt object, and his mouth stuffed with a tattered cloth. Strangely, there was no sign of forced entry, no sign of robbery, only one set of bloody footprints leading right to the house. What investigators didn't know yet was that this wasn't a random act of violence. This was personal. This was planned. And at the center of it all was his best friend of 20 years, David Miller. Benjamin Hartley was the embodiment of suburban success: nice house, clean image, loving family, and a circle of friends who adored him. But, as the saying goes, you never really know what happens behind closed doors. He had met David Miller in college. They were inseparable from day one, roommates, travel buddies, even best men at each other's weddings. But in 2015, something changed. Benjamin and David took a week-long hiking trip to the Rockies. When they returned, those closest to them noticed something had shifted. Benjamin, normally warm and outgoing, grew quieter. His wife, Laura, recalled he became emotionally distant, often lost in thought, his phone never far from his hand. Over the next few years, Laura began suspecting her husband was having an affair. The late-night texts, secretive calls, sudden weekend business trips. But nothing could prepare her for the truth. Benjamin wasn't cheating with another woman. He was in a secret relationship with David. Private messages, eventually recovered by digital forensic experts, revealed a romantic, sexually intimate relationship stretching back over 6 years. They had plans to start a new life together. But there was one obstacle they couldn't overcome: Laura and Benjamin's fear of scandal. In the months leading up to the murder, David began spiraling. He had grown tired of being the secret, tired of the lies. He wanted Benjamin to leave Laura, to stop pretending. But Benjamin hesitated. Their relationship had become volatile, filled with arguments, threats, ultimatums. In one chilling text, sent just 3 weeks before his death, David wrote, "I'm done being your dirty little secret. If you don't tell her, I will. And if you don't choose me, I'll make sure no one has you." Benjamin didn't reply, and that silence would be fatal. Police quickly zeroed in on David. He was the last person seen with Benjamin the night before. Security cameras picked up his silver Nissan Altima, parked 3 blocks away, at 2:14 a.m. Under questioning, David claimed he hadn't seen Benjamin in weeks, but inconsistencies in his story quickly surfaced. Investigators pulled surveillance from a neighbor's Ring camera showing David entering through the side gate just before 3 a.m., wearing gloves. Inside the garage, forensic specialists found a hammer wiped clean of prints, but luminol testing revealed trace blood splatter linking it to Benjamin's injuries. Even more damning, DNA under Benjamin's fingernails matched David's, and in the trunk of David's car, a garbage bag containing bloodied clothes, latex gloves, and the missing cloth from Benjamin's mouth. It was premeditated, it was personal, and it was savage. Faced with overwhelming evidence, David finally cracked. In a 3-hour recorded confession, he admitted to entering the garage that night after using Benjamin's hidden key. They argued again. David begged him to leave Laura, but Benjamin stood firm. In a fit of rage, David snapped. He picked up the hammer, struck Benjamin across the skull, and watched him fall. When he realized what he'd done, panic took over. He staged the scene to look like a break-in gone wrong, but it was never random. It was about love, obsession, and the inability to let go. David was charged with first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Laura Hartley, left to raise her children alone, spoke at the sentencing hearing. Her voice steady, she said, "I lost my husband the day he died, but I lost my marriage years before, to secrets, to betrayal. I pray no one else has to live in a lie so deep it kills." The town of Bloomington still remembers that March morning, a reminder that sometimes the people we think we know best are the ones hiding the darkest truths. If this haunting tale chilled you to the bone, don't forget to subscribe to True Crime Feedback for more real-life horrors uncovered and exposed. Turn on notifications so you never miss a story. And remember, sometimes the most dangerous secrets are the ones we keep from those we love most.